It is the perfect 10. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 10 of the Landmark Sports Show with John and Ant.
Absolutely. We're geared up today for Episode 10.
That's right. As Ty Dillinger says from wrestling, it's the perfect 10.
That's right.
All right. Today, we've got a great show for you guys. So today, we're going to start off with UFC. Then we're going to go into the NBA. And then NFL Week 11 predictions.
That's right. We got a full week this week. A lot of action.
That's right. All right. Let's start with Poirier versus Pettis recap.
Yeah, tell us. How did it turn out?
It was actually a really good fight.
Yeah?
Especially that second round. Both guys were landing huge elbows to each other. Man, it was just a crazy fight. It was awesome. It got fight of the night.
And you picked the winner.
Yep, I picked Poirier, so I went 1-0 so far.
Pretty impressive.
Yep.
That's a little preview on what's to come from Ant's predictions. He's feeling pretty good about his predictions this week.
That's right. I called it. All right. Poirier ended up winning by a third round TKO. All right. So now before we get into bad news, let's get to Fabricio Werdum versus Markin Tiberio.
When's that going to be? This weekend?
This Saturday.
All right. Fight night?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Fabricio Werdum is the former UFC heavyweight champion. He's currently ranked number 2 right now in the world. He is looking to get back into title contention. Yeah, and against Markin Tiberio, I have no idea who that is.
Oh, really?
I have no idea.
So this is a largely no-name guy?
Exactly. He was supposed to fight Mark Hunt, but Mark Hunt got removed from the card due to health issues. So Fabricio Werdum replaced him, and my prediction, Fabricio.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he's number 2 in the world and this other guy you've never heard of, I mean...
Yeah.
You're a guy that knows a lot about UFC, so if you've never heard of a guy, it means he's pretty far down the ranks.
Yeah, so I've got Fabricio Werdum winning by either a first or second round submission.
I'm going to go first round knockout.
Fabricio?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, wouldn't surprise me. All right. So, this weekend, I should say, somebody had to pull out of their fight against Kelvin Gastelum. His name is Anderson Silva.
Tell us what happened, Ant.
The so-called GOAT.
Greatest of all time, for those of you that aren't in the lingo.
Yeah. He tested positive for something. He failed the USADA drug test. So we don't know why he failed it. But it was an in or out of competition. And he was supposed to fight Kelvin Gastelum in 2 weeks in China. So the fight's off. Anderson Silva most likely is going to get suspended for a while.
How long do you think? A year?
Probably 2. I'm going to say 2.
This is his first suspension or no?
No, this is second.
Wow.
Yeah. So now, this is why I've told John, George St. Pierre is the real greatest of all time. He's always been a clean fighter. Never tested positive once in his whole career. So, Anderson Silva, this is the second time he's tested positive for something.
Yeah, now, I mean, one time, you never know. It could be like a messed up sample or something like that. But twice, it's, that's really something to that.
Exactly. And as of right now, John Jones, Anderson Silva, completely off my list for greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah, they have to be, right?
Especially John Jones, but Anderson Silva's off my list. George St. Pierre is the real greatest of all time.
What do you think about this Bisping Gastelum fight?
So, I was actually just about to get into that. So, who will step in and fight Kelvin Gastelum? He's the former UFC middleweight champion. He just lost his title over a week ago. He lost his title over a week ago to George St. Pierre. And he is going to step up on 2 weeks' notice to fight Kelvin Gastelum. His name is Michael Bisping.
Do you think there's going to be any fatigue with him having just fought, or you think he'll be all right?
No, I think he'll be all right. I
Really?
mean, he's always said it. 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months' notice. He doesn't care. He will step up and fight anybody.
Good for him.
Yeah, 2 hours, he said even.
When's this fight going to be?
So this fight will be November 25th, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to be a pay-per-view, or it's going to be on Fox?
No, it's going to be on Fox Sports 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what do you think about all this?
Well, I got a lot of respect for Bisping for stepping up. I mean, to me, like, he got submitted, right, against St. Pierre. So I'm sure it's not easy for the body to bounce back from something like that. So for him to step in, it just really raises him in my book. And, for Silva to fail a drug test drops him in my book, just like you.
Yeah. Silva's out of my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Completely written out.
Yeah. You test positive once, you get a warning. You test positive twice, you're out.
You're out.
Yep. All right. So, moving on from that, I'm not going to give away my prediction yet. That'll be next week.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit for that.
Yeah. All right. On to NBA. John, how's your 76ers doing?
Not bad, not bad. They're 6-6. So they started 1-4. They started slow, but with a tough schedule. Then they won 5 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were 6-4, and then now they've lost 2 in a row. One of them was to the Warriors, which you really can't blame them too much for that loss. It was in Golden State.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm pleased with what I see. I think they're on track where they could really compete in the playoffs this year to get into the playoffs. You know, maybe like a 6 or 7 seed. But you know, I'm a little nervous about Markelle Fultz, who hasn't really been playing. I guess he's got an injured shoulder. But Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid have been as advertised, and they got some good role players too. So I feel pretty good about the direction.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What about OKC?
So, OKC, they're doing decent. I mean, right now, I think they're 6-7. But they are on a 2-game winning streak right now.
Mm-hmm.
They just beat the Mavericks yesterday, and I think it was Russell Westbrook's birthday yesterday.
Okay.
So, it was a pretty good game. OKC starting to get back on track, where they started off kind of slow. But they're bouncing back, and they look good.
Yeah. They might take a little time to gel. You know, when you bring superstars together like that,
Yeah.
sometimes it takes a little while for them to really fit together.
Yeah, I think the Eagles will make it to the. I'm not the Eagles. Eagles will definitely make it. Forget that. The 76ers, I think they'll definitely make it.
Yeah,
I think they could.
I feel good about them.
Yeah. How about Boston, man? They're playing great so far.
Yeah, even without Gordon Hayward.
Exactly. When you have Kyrie Irving on your team is going to be good.
Yeah, he's just scoring like crazy.
Exactly. Right now they're 12-2.
It'd be interesting to see how it evolves over the year between him and LeBron, you know, in that rivalry, and
Yeah.
you know, it would be cool.
Yeah. Cleveland, bye. They're not doing so good so far.
No, struggling.
6-7.
Yeah.
Not doing so good.
No.
Finally, we have a new team. Yeah. Boston didn't need Isaiah Thomas.
No.
All they needed was Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that was a great trade by them. I mean, they really benefited from Kyrie wanting out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
So, good trade.
Very good trade. All right. On to the NFL.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nice. All right. So, guys, whew, this is going to be some great games.
Finally.
Oh, my God. All right. Thursday night's game. Titans against the Steelers.
Yep. Gotta love those good Thursday night games. That's exciting.
Here's one of the Sunday's games. Bills against the Chargers. And I saved this for the best. Rams against the Vikings. How? Oh, my God.
I still think that Eagles-Cowboys is going to be good, too. Ann thinks it's going to be a blowout for the Eagles. I think that's going to be a tough game. So my prediction right now is that's going to be an exciting game.
My prediction, blowout. Especially after the Cowboys lost yesterday. There's no way they're going to give the Eagles a competition.
No, watch. I've been an Eagles fan for too long. This feels like a tough game for them.
Nah. I mean, when you're 8-1 and you think that's going to be a tough game, really? Cowboys?
Yeah, division opponent on the road. The Cowboys got some game.
Oh, where's Ezekiel Elliott? Is he there? No.
No, I'm glad he's not there.
Finally. All right.
That guy can go with Anderson Silva. Right out of the book.
Dang. All right. So, do you want to give predictions?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We're different on quite a few of these. Do you want to actually talk about your predictions from last week first? Let's not pass over that.
Oh, that's right. Ha! I went 4-0 altogether.
And had a good week.
From Poirier, and then we picked all 3 games different.
Yep.
Who won? I did.
So you picked the Saints.
I picked the Saints, I picked the Jaguars, and I picked, who was that final game?
Saints, Jaguars.
Falcons.
That's right. Falcons over Cowboys. Right.
I give it to him. He went 3-1, but I went 4-0. Redemption is sweet.
One I missed big time on was the Bills. I thought the Bills would give the Saints a good game, but they got rolled.
Yeah, it was nuts. I was just so sad.
Way to show up, Bills.
Yeah, way to show up. But New Orleans had a great game. Right now, they're 7-2.
New Orleans is good. When I look at the teams in the NFC that scare me against the Eagles, New Orleans is the number 1 team.
Hey, I'm telling you, I am praying to God that it's either the Vikings, Rams, or Saints against the Eagles in the NFC title game.
That's what it's looking like.
I hope. I'm praying to God. I'm actually praying to God that it's the Saints. Because the Saints versus the Eagles, woo!
Would you root for the Eagles?
No. I don't know. It would be so good. I wouldn't care who wins.
Root for the Eagles a little bit.
No.
All right, fine.
You don't root for my Giants.
No, I don't. I got stuck watching your Giants
Or
yesterday.
my Jets.
Your Giants were the only game on at 4 o'clock yesterday, and it was just awful.
Yeah, well, you didn't root for my Jets last season or my Giants last season.
I don't mind the Jets. I don't root for the Giants. Jets I'll root for.
You didn't root for the Giants at all last season.
No, never.
So why should I root for the Eagles?
Unless they play the Cowboys. If they play the Cowboys, I'll root for the Giants.
Or what about Redskins?
Nah, I don't care about the Redskins.
Okay, then forget you. All right. So, now, prediction time?
Let's do it. Titans Steelers.
All right, that's a Thursday game. Oh, man. It's going to be so good. Ultimately, yeah, they're playing in Pittsburgh, but I think the Titans are going to come in. They're going to give the Steelers a hard time. And I think the Titans win this game.
Yeah, the Steelers, I can't really figure them out because they look really good one week, and then other weeks, they barely beat the Colts this past week, and, their offense really hasn't clicked, but they still have all the guys. They're very confusing to me, but I still think they have enough to beat the Titans. The Titans have been better. Well, I think they're 6-3.
Yeah.
But I think the Steelers on a Thursday night home, I think they're just going to have a little too much for them. I'm taking the Steelers.
Okay. Why did you said the Titans were overrated. And what happens? They're 6-3.
Yeah, I think 6-3 is properly rated. I think if some people were thinking they were going to be like unbelievable, I think they're properly rated at this point.
But they still beat the Seahawks. Ha.
They did.
All right. Next game. Bills against the Chargers. Sorry, I'm just like going. I want to say it.
Save that great one for last.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Bills at Chargers. This is a home game for the Chargers. The Chargers, they had that game against the Jaguars.
I know.
But they blew it.
I feel like we say that about the Chargers every week. They're always in games, but they just can't finish.
Exactly. So, but Chargers are home, and Buffalo's on a 2-game losing streak, and I think the Chargers are going to get a win.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's not easy to travel across the coast to coast, and even though the Bills aren't actually on the East Coast, they're pretty close. So that's a long flight. They had a pretty demoralizing loss to the Saints. The Chargers, I think, are better than their record indicates. I think they're like 3-6, but they're a better team than 3-6. So,
oh yeah.
I think the Chargers are going to pull that one out.
Okay. Now let's get to the main event.
Game of the week.
This might be game of the season.
Could be.
Rams at Vikings. Woo!
Both only 2 lost teams.
7-2. Both have really good quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. They don't even need Bradford, the Vikings.
No.
They didn't even need him yesterday.
No, and they got Keenum and they got Teddy Bridgewater's coming back. So they're looking good.
Yep. All right. John, why don't you start it off? Who's going to win?
The Rams keep impressing me every single week. Like I thought like in the beginning of the year it was kind of a nice story. They were playing pretty well, new coach, young coach. But that defense is for real. That's a good defense they have.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that they keep them in games. So even though it's in Minnesota, I think that the Rams are going to pull it off.
Okay. All right. First of all, let me just say, this is going to be a close game. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I really don't care who wins. I mean, I'm going to lose my mind either way.
Yeah.
But ultimately, only because they're playing in Minnesota, I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game, and I think the Vikings might only win by 1 point.
Yeah, it's going to be a shootout, I think.
Yeah.
The Rams' offense has been ridiculous, and the Vikings just keep doing enough to get it done.
Yeah. Man, it's nuts. I wish they would have saved this game for Thanksgiving, though.
Oh, that would be cool.
Why didn't they? Why, NFL? Why did you not save this game for Thanksgiving?
No, that would have been a good one.
This would have been Thanksgiving game of the century.
I wonder what the Thanksgiving games are this year. I hope they're good.
I think they are.
The Cowboys always playing one, the Lions always playing one, and then there's another one.
I always love watching the Lions play.
Yeah, me too. They always play at like 1 o'clock. And...
Yeah. I know one of the games. It's the Giants against the Redskins.
Ugh.
Put this game on. Rams, Vikings. Come on. Goodell, put this game on.
Fix it, Goodell. Fix it.
Fix it, you idiot commissioner.
All
right.
So I guess next week we'll do our Thanksgiving preview, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we film next week, we'll do a little Thanksgiving preview for you.
Yep.
Something to watch while you're carving up the food.
I can't wait.
Me too.
I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Best holiday of the year, in my opinion.
It's a great holiday.
Yep. All right, does that wrap it up?
That wraps it up. Nice little tidy bow for all yous.
Yep. Let us know what you guys think about Anderson Silva in the comments below.
Yeah, should Anderson Silva and Ezekiel Elliott, should they both be out of the book?
Yeah. All right.
All right, well, another week in the books, episode 10. We'll be coming back for 11 next week. Until then, have a great week.
Have a great week.